Welcome back to Barcelona News World. Barcelona are cooking something big this summer? The Ballon d'Or debate is heating up, and Mbappe just dropped a bombshell on Lamine Yamal. Meanwhile, Barca could be about to cut ties with a club legend. And they're eyeing a shock move for Ivan Perisic. Is this the start of a rebuild, or pure chaos at the Camp Nou? Let's dive into all the breaking stories right now. With the 2024-25 season drawing to a close, the football world has begun its annual debate over the Ballon d'Or contenders, and Barcelona's Lamine Yamal is firmly in the spotlight. Fresh off a historic domestic treble with the Blaugrana, the 17-year-old sensation is being touted as a legitimate candidate for football's most prestigious individual honor. His chances could skyrocket further if he guides Spain to UEFA Nations League glory, with La Roja set to face Portugal in the final tomorrow. However, not everyone is fully convinced, including Kylian Mbappe. Speaking to RMC Sport, the Real Madrid star and captain of the French national team was asked to weigh in on the growing Ballon d'Or conversation, specifically between Lamine Yamal and former Barcelona winger Ousmane Dembele, who has been instrumental in PSG's European treble this season. Mbappe's response was emphatic. Would I vote for Dembele? Yes. Do I really need to explain? We're talking about Yamal and Dembele. I'm going for Dembele. It's very clear. Despite being on the losing side when Spain defeated France 5-4 in the Nations League semi-finals, a match in which Yamal once again dazzled, Mbappe stood firm in his support for his French teammate. Still, the 26-year-old was quick to acknowledge how quickly narratives can shift in the months leading up to the Ballon d'Or vote. Things change very quickly, as the latest winners have shown. We weren't talking about certain players who won in the end. Is it September? A lot will happen between now and then, but today we're talking about Ousmane and Lamine. That's why I replied. Yamal's meteoric rise has been one of the defining stories of the season, and his maturity in big moments, particularly on the international stage, continues to impress. As the Nations League final looms and the FIFA Club World Cup prepares to wrap up the competitive calendar, the race for the Ballon d'Or remains wide open, with Lamine, Dembele, and a host of others still in the hunt. Barcelona considering surprise move for Ivan Perisic as left-wing reinforcement. Barcelona's search for experience and depth on the wings may see the Catalan giants revisit a familiar name this summer, Croatian veteran Ivan Perisic. According to a report from Bild, newly appointed manager Hansi Flick is eyeing Perisic as a potential addition to bolster his squad, with the winger available on a free transfer. Perisic, now 36, enjoyed a strong campaign in the Eredivisie with PSV Eindhoven, where he played a key role in securing the Dutch title for a second consecutive season. The experienced forward chipped in with 9 goals and 8 assists, showcasing his continued ability to contribute at a high level despite being in the final stretch of his career. This isn't the first time Barcelona have been linked with Perisic. Rumors of a move surfaced last summer, and it appears the idea has gained traction again, particularly with Flick now in charge. The German tactician worked with Perisic during his spell at Bayern Munich, and knows well what the veteran can bring to a dressing room packed with young talent. Barcelona's frontline, heavily reliant on Rafinha and the emerging superstar Lamine Yamal, could benefit from a player like Perisic. Deco recently admitted the team leans too much on the pair, prompting speculation that the club is keen to bring in reliable backup to ease that burden. Whether a move materializes remains to be seen. Perisic's age may raise eyebrows, but his wealth of experience and availability without a transfer fee could make him an attractive short-term solution for Flick as he reshapes the squad ahead of the 2025-26 campaign. More on Barca's summer plans. Frenkie de Jong wants to part ways with his agent to facilitate a contract renewal. Barcelona have cooled their interest in Nico Williams for now. Ter Stegen's situation may have played a role in the club's pivot to Joan Garcia. A report suggests Garcia could become the best in the world in his position. Stay tuned as the transfer window heats up and Barcelona's plans under Flick continue to take shape. Barcelona eye shock contract termination for Marc-André ter Stegen. In a potential turning point for one of the club's longest-serving stars, Barcelona are reportedly exploring the termination of Marc-André ter Stegen's contract ahead of the 2025-26 season. According to a report from Diario Sport, the club's board is preparing to offer the German goalkeeper a full payout of next season's salary in exchange for a mutual agreement to end his contract, which currently runs through 2028. The news arrives on the heels of growing speculation surrounding the arrival of Joan Garcia from city rivals Espanyol. Garcia, widely tipped as one of Spain's most promising shot-stoppers, has reportedly been identified as a future number 1 at the Camp Nou, a move that could spell the end of ter Stegen's tenure. Despite the noise, Ter Stegen has been adamant in recent interviews that he has no plans to leave Barcelona, stressing his desire to continue with the club he's represented for over a decade. But behind the scenes, the feeling appears different. Sport claims Barca are prepared to offer Ter Stegen what amounts to a letter of freedom, granting him the right to negotiate freely with any club of his choosing, in exchange for waiving the remaining 3 years of his deal. The proposed solution is aimed at both respecting Ter Stegen's contribution to the club while also clearing salary space for new arrivals, a crucial factor given Barca's ongoing financial balancing act. Whether the German international will accept the proposal remains to be seen, but his potential departure would mark the end of an era. Since arriving in 2014, Ter Stegen has made over 400 appearances, winning multiple La Liga, Copa del Rey and Champions League titles. Coming soon at Barca? 3 huge stories. One massive summer for Barca. Mbappe turning his back on Yamal. Ter Stegen possibly on his way out after 10 iconic years. And Perisic, at 36, could be Flick's surprise weapon on the left. But now it's your turn. Warning: should Ter Stegen stay or go? Trophy: does Yamal deserve the Ballon d'Or over Dembele? And is Perisic the smart veteran signing Barca need? Hit that like button, drop your thoughts below and subscribe for all the latest from Camp Nou. This is just the beginning. Visca Barca.